studying English for years, but when you speak, something still sounds wrong. Not wrong enough that people stop you, just wrong enough that you feel it.
That's the worst feeling, right? You know what you want to say, but it comes out weird, and nobody tells you why. I've been there for a long time, honestly.
Today, we're fixing the exact mistakes that are making your English sound unnatural. And after this episode, you'll know exactly what to change.
Welcome to Adrian Talks English. I'm Adrian, she's Lara. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode like this one. Let's go.
So here's the thing. Most English mistakes don't come from not knowing enough words. They come from a few small habits that nobody ever corrected. And those habits stick.
Exactly. And the scary part is, you're probably repeating the same 3 or 4 mistakes every single day without realizing it. I did that for years. Today, we're covering the most common grammar mistakes that make English learners sound unnatural, and more importantly, exactly how to fix them right now.
By the end of this episode, you'll have the correct versions ready to use in your very next conversation. Real English, not textbook English. Quick question before we start. What mistake do you think you make most often? Tell us in the comments. We actually read every single one. All right, first mistake coming up. And honestly, this one is going to surprise you. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's get into it. And we're starting with state verbs. Now, don't let that name scare you. This is actually really simple once you see it.
So state verbs are words like love, want, need, know, understand, agree, believe. These are words that describe a feeling or a state. And here's the key thing. You cannot use them in continuous form.
So you cannot say, I am wanting a coffee. You say, I want a coffee. You cannot say, I am knowing the answer. You say, I know the answer.
I actually said, I am understanding you in a work meeting once. Full confidence. My colleague just stared at me. Complete silence. I wanted to disappear through the floor.
And that's the thing. Nobody corrects you in the moment. They just smile. And you go home thinking everything was fine.
Meanwhile, you've been saying it wrong for 3 years.
Did you know that state verbs almost never appear correctly in beginner English courses? Most textbooks accidentally teach the wrong form by overusing present continuous, so learners copy it without realizing.
Which means this mistake is not your fault. It was taught to you wrong. But now you know. Feeling and thinking words stay simple. I want, I know, I love. No ing needed.
Now, there is one exception, and this is important. Some of these words can use ing form, but only when the meaning changes completely. So, I think you're right means I believe it, but I'm thinking about it means I'm actively working through something in my head right now.
Same with have. I have a car. Possession. Never use ing. But I'm having dinner right now. That's an action. Totally fine.
Okay, that one confused me for years, honestly.
Me too. I used to just avoid the word entirely, which is also not a great strategy.
Have you ever said, I am knowing or I am understanding? Drop it in the comments. Zero judgment. We have all done it.
Okay, state verbs sorted. But the next mistake, even more common. And intermediate learners make it just as much as beginners. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, here's where it gets interesting. And this one is about articles. A and the. 2 tiny words that cause enormous problems.
Right. And the frustrating thing is, in many languages, articles don't exist at all. So learners either skip them completely or throw them in randomly and hope for the best.
So let's make this simple. You use a when you're talking about something for the first time or something general. You use the when both people in the conversation already know what you're talking about.
So if I say, I watched a movie last night, general, first mention, use a. But then if you ask me, how was the movie? Now we both know which movie, so it becomes the.
Exactly. One conversation, 2 different words, because the situation changed.
Now, here's where learners go wrong. They say things like, I went to school, which is correct, but then also say I went to the school, which means something completely different. I went to school means you attended school as a student. I went to the school means you physically visited a specific school building, maybe to pick someone up.
Oh, wait, I never thought about that difference until someone pointed it out to me. One word changes the whole meaning.
Completely changes it. Same with hospital. She's in hospital. British English means she's a patient. She's in the hospital, American English, same meaning. But she went to the hospital to visit someone? Both versions, specific building, use the.
Okay, so here's a mini practice. What would you say? I want to be doctor or I want to be a doctor? Write your answer in the comments right now.
The answer is I want to be a doctor. General, one of many doctors, first mention, always use a. Never skip it.
3 quick tips. First, if it's the first time you mention something in a conversation, use a. Second, if you and the other person both know exactly what you're referring to, use the. Third, for general statements about all things in a category, use no article at all. Dogs are friendly, not the dogs are friendly, unless you mean specific dogs.
Cultural note here. In English, skipping articles completely is one of the fastest ways to sound like you're still translating from your first language. Native speakers notice it immediately, even if they don't say anything.
Adrian, say something wrong on purpose so people can spot it.
Okay. Yesterday, I watched movie and ate food and went to bed. How was that?
Terrible. Missing articles everywhere. It sounds like a robot wrote it.
Which is exactly how it sounds when we skip them. So, did you know the article rule before today? Tell us in the comments. This is comment number 4, so we're paying attention.
Okay, let's put this into a real situation. You're at work. Your manager asks you, "Do you understand the new system?" And you want to say yes.
Wrong version. Yes, I am understanding it now. Sounds unnatural immediately.
Correct version. Yes, I understand it now. Or even more natural, yes, I've got it. Or, yes, that makes sense now.
And notice the correct version is actually shorter and easier. Better English is often simpler English. That's something nobody tells you.
Now, same situation. Your colleague mentions, I saw a great film last weekend. You want to ask about it. Wrong version? How was film? Correct version? How was the film? Because now you both know which film they mean.
Say those 2 versions out loud right now. How was film versus how was the film? You can actually hear the difference. One sounds natural, one sounds incomplete.
Real English is about those small details, the tiny words that connect everything together.
I remember my first week speaking English at a new job. I said, I have question, instead of I have a question. My manager understood me, but she very gently repeated it back correctly, and I went bright red.
But that's how you learn. Those moments stick with you.
They really do. Okay, so we've covered state verbs, articles, and real conversation usage. 3 things, all fixable today. Next up, the mistakes section. And I promise you're going to feel very seen.
Okay, we need to talk about something. And I want to start by admitting my own mistake. For a long time, I used to say, I am agree with you, every single time. Fully confident, completely wrong.
Oh no! I did the same thing. I am agree. I am disagree. Like it just made sense in my head.
So let's go through 3 mistakes that almost every learner makes. I am agree with you. I agree with you. Agree is a verb, not an adjective. You never need am before it. Think of it like I understand. You'd never say I am understand.
I genuinely said I am agree in a job interview once. The interviewer smiled very politely and moved on. I only realized the mistake that evening. I wanted to call and apologize.
Mistake 2. She told me that she is tired. She told me that she was tired. When you report what someone said in the past, the tense shifts back. This is called reported speech, and it trips up almost everyone.
So if your friend said, "I'm tired," and you're telling someone else later, you say, "She said she was tired." Past, because it happened in the past.
Mistake 3. I have visited Paris last year. I visited Paris last year. When you use a specific time, like last year, yesterday, in 2020, you must use simple past, not present perfect. The time word is the signal. Think of it this way. Last year is a door that closes off the present. Once that door is closed, use simple past. Always. Even advanced learners make these 3, so please don't feel bad. Now, quick game. Which one is correct? A, I am agree with your idea. Or B, I agree with your idea. Comment A or B right now.
Okay, practice time. Ready? 3 situations. Fast and fun. Let's go. Situation 1. Your friend asks, "Do you need help?" You want to say yes. Do you say, "Yes, I am needing help," or "Yes, I need help"?
Yes, I need help. State verb, no ing. Simple, clean, natural.
Situation 2. You're telling a story. Yesterday I watched blank movie, and it was amazing. Do you say a movie or the movie?
A movie. First mention, general. Use a. If you mention the movie before, then the movie.
Situation 3. Your friend said, "I'm really stressed." Later, you tell someone else. Do you say, "She said she is stressed," or "She said she was stressed"?
She said she was stressed. Reported speech. Tense shifts back. Perfect.
Now, make your own sentence using one of today's corrections and put it in the comments. We want to see your English in action.
And here's your real challenge. Use one of these corrections in an actual conversation today. Then come back and tell us what happened. Real conversation beats perfect grammar every single time.
Okay, fast recap. 1. State verbs like want, know, love, no ing form. 2. Articles a and the, tiny words, big difference. 3. Reported speech and specific past times use simple past, not present perfect.
Which of these 3 will you fix first in your speaking? Tell us in the comments. We genuinely want to know.
If this helped you today, please like this episode, subscribe so you never miss one, and share it with one friend who's also learning English. It takes 2 seconds and it means everything to us.
You showed up today, you learned something real, and your English is already better than it was 20 minutes ago. That's not nothing. That's progress. We'll see you next time.